Dynamite kicks off strong. It's Penta versus Jay White with the Bullet Club Gold lads. Penta tries to attack Jay on his entrance with a dive. He misses and takes out the BCG before dropping Jay with a sling blade. But why did they do that? There's no issue between them. Why does Penta care if Jay White has the AEW championship? He stole it from MJF, who nobody backstage likes anyway, other than Max Caster and Adam Cole. It just seemed pointless to me and positioned Jay White as the babyface having to fight from behind. The guns distract the ref as Juice hits Penta and Jay gets the Blade Runner for the win. That left hand from Juice was better than any punch Tommy Fury threw at KSI in their boxing match. That was a robbery, by the way, and this is the time and platform I'm using to voice my displeasure. After the match, Jay White takes to the mic and once again offers MJF a 4-on-4 tag match if Max can find any mates. Juice Robinson does his part by saying he will win the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal tonight and beat MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. They throw their guns up to end the segment. MJF is backstage with Renee Paquette. He says he could have been an idiot and ran down to get beat up 4-on-1, but he's not an idiot. He's a scumbag. Instead, MJF tells us he will get his belt back eventually, that he will be on commentary for the Battle Royal, and they hopes Juice wins so he can brutalise him. Renee asks for an update on Adam Cole, but as MJF goes to tell her, he gets interrupted by the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Max Caster again says the Acclaimed will team with MJF to get his title back, and then they can scissor afterwards, but MJF declines. Caster then says he will enter the Battle Royal, win it, and beat MJF next week, and then MJF will need to put a ring on it. MJF storms off as Billy calls him a scumbag, and Caster retorts saying, yeah, but MJF is his scumbag. Top class banter from all the lads involved. I'm really interested in this story. I think ultimately MJF will ditch Adam Cole for the Acclaimed, and that's what tears Cole and MJF apart. Adam Copeland has a sit down with Renee Paquette. What a busy woman she is, as usual. Copeland recaps his friendship with Christian Cage and their history together, saying Adam seemed to achieve every milestone in his career and life before Christian did. Adam was more keen to start wrestling first. He got to WWE first. Adam says outright that without him, Christian would have been in some IT job in Canada, wondering what if. That's actually a big reason I started YouTube, so I could give it a go instead of wondering in 20 years, what if I had tried it? Adam says he won't fight Christian and he doesn't want the TNT Championship. He just knows at some point Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne will leave Christian, but Adam will be there to pick him back up. Wardlow crushes Ryan Nemeth and wins by referee stoppage. He goes to leave, but Tony Schiavone wants to talk to him. He asks what Wardlow wants to do now in AEW. He shows that he has MJF written on his wrist tape and leaves, bumping into Tony as he goes. Kenny Omega is backstage with Renee Paquette and says he will beat KYLE FLETCHER later tonight. Then deal with the Callis family, then set his sights on the AEW World Championship again. On cue, MJF comes in and says he's a big fan of Kenny's and wants to shake his hand. They do so, but Max tells Kenny 13 days, whatever that means. Turns out MJF is 13 days away from beating Kenny's AEW Championship record, one to keep your eye on. We get another wacky vignette from Roderick Strong's house. Adam Cole makes him coffee, but Roddy hates hot coffee. He asks Cole to make him PB&J sandwiches, and we get a montage of Cole making it. Roddy takes a bite but hates it because it has crust on it. Adam has had enough. He's not talked to MJF in weeks and storms out to go get surgery. Strong says to get his best friend back, he's going to need to be nice to the scumbag, referring to MJF. The Callis family are here for an in-ring promo. Callis and Hobbs brag about beating Jericho with ease. Hobbs says Jericho's a dick to him when he was 7 years old, so Hobbs still hates him because that's logical. Grow up, Hobbs. Callis runs down KYLE FLETCHER for losing while representing the Callis family, which brings out Kyle. He and Hobbs go face to face, but Callis wants to hear him out. Fletcher promises to beat Kenny, and the Best Bout Machine makes his entrance. It's Fletcher vs Omega. How lucky are we? Kenny hits a brutal V-trigger and a one-winged angel to pick up the win after a hard-fought match where Fletcher seemed to earn Kenny's respect. Sting is here to address the AEW fans. Before Sting said anything, it definitely felt like he was going to address his retirement. Sting thanks guys like Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair for paving the way for him, but says his body can't do the things it did when he shared the ring with them. He shouldn't be jumping off balconies at his age, even though the fans love it and want him to keep doing it. Sting gets on to talking about his retirement, saying his last AEW match will be at Revolution 2024. Tony lad, I know Sting's retirement is a huge deal, but you've got a pay-per-view in 4 weeks with one match announced and you're busy making matches for a pay-per-view in 4 months' time. What are you playing at? Jim Ross hosts a sit-down interview with Nick Wayne and his stunning mother. Nick says he turned on Darby to get out of his shadow and that Christian is his new dad. Christian comes along to pick his son up as Nick Wayne's mum cries. She slaps her former son, who says she is dead to him, as Christian reminds her she should have just picked up the phone to him. They leave the set and shut the door behind them, but a fight kicks off. Christian has been laid out and Darby throws Nick Wayne into a barricade. The Brawl comes out to the ramp where Darby kicks into Wayne. Luchasaurus and Christian Cage Pearl Harbor Darby, but Sting comes out and turns the tide. Sting puts Christian in a half-hour Scorpion Deathlock, but Luchasaurus pulls Christian to safety. We see that Nick Wayne's tooth got messed up in the Brawl. You're truly a wrestler now, kid, after that hazing. Looks like maybe a 6-man tag for Full Gear if only Sting and Darby could find a rated R superstar to tag with. MJF is here to do commentary for the main event. It's the Dynamite Diamond Dozen Battle Royal, and if you've seen one Battle Royal, you've seen them all, so let's just get to the finish. The final 5 is Dustin Rhodes, Daddy Magic, Daniel Garcia, Max Caster, and Juice Robinson. Garcia and Daddy team up, but Garcia inadvertently hits Daddy, who gets eliminated by Dustin, but Garcia eliminates Dustin immediately. Caster eliminates Garcia, so the final 2 is Caster and Robinson. In the ring, Caster hits a mic drop and looks like he's going to win this thing. Up on the ramp, Jay White attacks MJF, but Max gets the upper hand to pummel Jay and take his belt back. He should have just ran away there, but he tries to belt shot Jay, who hits him below the belt to steal the title again. Juice pulls his own ring out and hits Caster with it before eliminating Caster to win. We will get MJF versus Juice Robinson next week for possession of the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and the show goes off the air with the two foes staring each other down. I don't know about you guys, but I want Juice to win next week. Thank you so much for watching my AEW Dynamite review. Please show your support by liking, subscribing, and leaving comments saying what you liked about the show, what you didn't like about the show, and what you think I can do to improve. Hopefully you stick around, and I'll see you all next time.